Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om 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 Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Tasya putra ati tejasvai vihanan valkai arbakai rajna agham prapitam tatam shrutva tatraidam avrabit. Translation. The sage had a son who was very much powerful as a Brahmin son and was playing with boys who were all inexperienced. The sage's son heard about the distress of the father made by the king, and thus he began to say then and there like this. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. By the preventive method of Maharaj Parikshit's good government, even a boy of tender age who was playing with inexperienced other boys could become as powerful as a qualified Brahmin. This boy was known as Shungi and achieved good training of brahmacharya by his father so that he could be as powerful as a Brahmin even in that age. But because the age of Kali was seeking opportunity to spoil all cultural heritage of the four orders of life, namely the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, etc., the inexperienced boy of a Brahmin gave chance to the age of Kali to enter into the field of Vedic culture. Hating the lower orders of life began from this Brahmin boy under the influence of Kali, and thus deterioration of cultural life began to dwindle day after day. The first victim of Brahminical injustice was Maharaj Parikshit, and thus the protection given by the king against the onslaught of the Kali became slackened, and the boy began to vituperate like this. Om Agyan Tirinandasya Jnanajana Shalakayam Chakshunan Meritamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with a torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
So, this is a short glimpse into the pastimes of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit was the emperor of the Vedic kingdom. What we know as India today is just a small remnant of a vast kingdom that spread all around the world. It was called Bharatavarsha. And Maharaj Parikshit was the king who was ruling over the whole planet practically. So in the Vedic times, we're speaking 5,000 years ago, the people were divided into the different groups or different statuses of life, different orders. And this system is called the Varnashram system. The word Varna refers to occupation, and ashram means a position in life. For example, every boy would be taught how to abstain from sex life. This is called brahmacharya, just like Srila Prabhupada mentions here, that Shungi, this little boy, was practiced in the brahmacharya system. So then if he cannot control the sex desire, then he is allowed to marry. That is called grihastha. And then also, not until the end of his life, but the recommended age is 50, at the age of 50, he retires. And finally, he takes what is called a sannyas, the renounced order. So this is called ashram, different statuses in the life of a human being. And then there is the varna. Varna means occupational divisions. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Brahmanas are the intellectuals, Kshatriyas are the administrators or the politicians, the leaders. Vaishyas are the farmers or businessmen, and then the Shudras, regular people, workers. So these castes are made by Krishna. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Chatur Vanyam Maya System Guna Karma Vibhagasha. They are divided according to guna and karma. Guna means the quality and karma means the activity. So this is a very nice system, because if everybody is acting according to his propensity, then the society can work in an organized manner, not chaotic. Nowadays, nobody knows what is his propensity. Nobody knows. There's always searching. People are searching. And sometimes they find and sometimes they do not find. So then they become very dissatisfied. They're stuck in some job that actually they hate. And then they take up to the dark lifestyle, because out of frustration they want to escape from that reality. So they take intoxication or different types of intensely gratifying activities on the material platform. So this Varnashram system is absolutely required for the human civilization. The Brahmanas are compared to the head, the Kshatriyas are compared to the arms, the Vaishyas, the businessmen, they're compared to the belly, and the Shudras are compared to the legs. So if there's an attack on the body, the hands will protect the head, right? The first part of the body, by intuition, you are protecting is the head. So the Kshatriyas, they should protect the Brahmins. The Brahmanas, they do not earn livelihood. They don't earn livelihood. They're not in the rat race trying to compete and make lots of money. Actually, they decide to live in voluntary poverty. Why? Well, because the occupational duty of the Brahmana is to study the Shastra, to study about Brahman. Brahman means the absolute truth. So, this is very difficult task to understand about the absolute truth. We all have relative truths, just like we were saying before. But the absolute truth, which includes everything, all the paths are included, very difficult job. So they have no time to earn their livelihood and so on and so on. So the Kshatriyas and practically the whole society should provide for their livelihoods. And they also do not exploit. No, that's simply one class of people. They're not doing anything and the other are contributing and they're exploiting. No. The Brahmana is always distributing. Whatever he receives, he must distribute or spiritualize. He spiritualizes the material assets. So there's a saying that Brahmana is always poor at the end of the day, because during the day he might receive some donation, but because his occupational duty is to distribute spiritual culture, then he organizes some kind of a festival. He uses the money in a spiritual way and distributes. Just like we do here, we distribute prasadam. So at the end of the day, he should again have zero. And he's depending on God, on Krishna, that he will somehow supply the next donation. This is a Brahmin. So in this way, the Brahmins are always independent. See, this is people are searching for independence or freedom. But so long we're depending on someone who's paying us, willingly or unwillingly, we're obliged to him. We're depending on him. See, nowadays, if you have no money, you die. If you have no money, you end up on the streets, you have cold, whatever. It's very difficult to live. So those who are giving you the money, they're giving you life, right? If you think like that. So a Brahman is not thinking like that. Brahmana is thinking, I am not this body. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the spirit soul. That is his real freedom. Knowledge, spiritual knowledge. And even if I die, it doesn't matter, because I am born again, or I am eternal. I get liberation from the material cycle of birth and death. So such a person, he can research the absolute truth because he has no material desire, and he can also distribute the spiritual knowledge. So long we have some material desire, we become obliged to someone. So then whoever is supplying our livelihood, he can dictate. It's like this happens sometimes. The devotees, they accept donation from some motivated personality who later on tries to control the devotees. We have many experiences like this. No, not like that. He understands, if you don't give money, then even if I have to starve, even if I have to die, I will not compromise the message. And similarly, if we want to understand the absolute truth, we have to become free from material desire, because the Vedas are very vast and contain passages that are meant for materialistically inclined people, and these passages can actually delude us. You see, so if we have a tinge of material desire, if we're not sincere, if we're not interested in the absolute benefits, then we can become misguided about the purpose of the Vedas. So in both ways, we have to become free from any material desire. Then we are qualified Brahmins. The Brahmins are actually the real leaders of the society, because the politicians, the Kshatriyas, they should take guidance from the Brahmins. From such elevated, impartial, neutral, sincere teachers, they should take the knowledge. And then the whole society can be arranged on a spiritual platform. So the citizens are not simply working to satisfy the animalistic propensities, eating, sleeping, sex, and fighting, but they are also purifying their existence, their life, their job, their family life, everything is aimed towards spiritual perfection. This is the duty of the politician. People think that we're crazy that we speak, but actually, according to the Vedas, this is the duty of the politicians. Not that, religion, we don't deal with religion. We should not mix religion and politics. Not like that. No, you must deal with religious problems, because this is the duty of the human form of life. In the animal species, the animals will never inquire about God, about the soul. They're also spirit souls, but because they have this conditioning of the animal body, they're simply gratifying the material propensities. So if a person does not inquire about the higher aim of life, he is not better than the animal. And those politicians who keeping people on the platform of animals, simply working and gratifying material desires, they're not real leaders. They're exploiters. They're actually dragging people to the hellish condition of life. So in the Bhagavad Gita it is mentioned, Evam parampara praptam imam rajasya vidu, that the disciplic succession consists of Raja Rishis. Raja means a king, a Rishi means a saint. So saintly kings, not just any politician, Donald Trump, but a Rishi. Rishi means a saintly person. Saintly person. Who has respect for the Brahminical culture. He comes and inquires what to do from the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas, they do all the research and they give the Siddhanta, the conclusion. And then the politician brings it to the practical platform, how to organize the society. So then another class, the Vaishyas, the businessmen or agriculturists. Their duty is to arrange for the economic stability of the society. Not that everyone has to work and earn money. The Vaishyas, they take care of this. And what is the topmost economic plan for the benefit of the society? Cow protection. To protect the cow. Cow is a very beneficial animal for the human being because every part of the cow's body can be very nicely utilized. You have the milk. From milk you can make so many different preparations. You have the cow urine. This is very good for health. Drinking cow's urine purifies the organs. You have cow dung. You can build a house from a cow dung. You can use it as a fuel. When the cow dies, you can use the skin to make a drum, mridanga. Even the hoofs, I think you can use for something. I don't know exactly. So every single part on the cow is very beneficial. So to kill a cow, this is the greatest sin. This is the greatest sin. So the Vaishyas, they're not killing the cows, they're protecting the cows. And when the cow is protected, if she's treated very nicely as a mother, right? Because we derive milk from the cow, so she's our mother, then everything is very nice. And they also do agriculture. This is real wealth, not industry. This is not real wealth, technological advancement, just like it is now. Now people are advancing in technology. Oh, I have a new iPhone 14 or whatever. But where's the food? Right? Here's genetically modified. You can have chemical food. So that is not very high class intelligence. Although it seems it's very impressive, yes, but from the practical point of view, it is not very intelligent to make a nice technology and die out of starvation. Srila Prabhupada, he mentioned this joke that Indira Gandhi, there are people protesting, we want food, it's a cartoon. And Indira Gandhi says, we can't give you food, but tomorrow we're going to give you a television. You see, what is the use of television? You need food. So food is the real wealth. Also, pearls, diamonds, gold, silver, all this is real wealth, not money. Money is simply a piece of paper, and people think because by manipulation they put so much value on the paper, people can kill for money. So the real wealth is natural wealth, something practical you can use. So this is topmost importance, to grow food as much as possible. People should not be engaged in this industrial development and technological advancement. What is the use of that? Why you need to check your iPhone every single second? What is the use of that? Actually, the consequences of this modern social media and so on is devastating. People are becoming more and more antisocial. The relationships are breaking. The family are broken, and so on. It's simply negative consequence. So this is not needed. If required, we can cancel all this modern technology and come back to a natural lifestyle. You have a cow, you have a field, and you have a little house, and that's it. And you chant Hare Krishna. What is the use of going for 8 hours working on some nonsense job, doing things that are completely useless for the humans? Completely useless. Cheating. Industry is based on this. They must manufacture some nonsense so people buy something they don't need. Artificial necessities. So the Vaishyas, this is their duty, and they produce so much. Srila Prabhupada says that this idea of overpopulation is not actually true. There is not many people in the world. It is mismanaged. Krishna is giving you exactly what you need. Krishna is there. He is arranging for the animals, for the humans. He has given a perfect planet. Because you are nonsense, you think, oh, it's imperfect. Just like a person who doesn't know how to use a computer. He doesn't know where's the power button and nothing. So he's, oh, this is useless. What is this? I throw it in the garbage. So, no, everything is arranged. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnat Udakshate. Everything is complete by the arrangement of the complete Godhead. Simply it is mismanaged. Srila Prabhupada says that there's so much land lying vacant in the world. He would travel around the world and he would see so much land lying vacant in Australia, in the United States, in Africa, pretty much everywhere. The land is lying vacant. Everyone is stuck in these big cities, industry, working hard. Overpopulated, yes. But you have all this land, why don't you grow food? All overpopulated. Now we have to kill the babies in the womb because overpopulation. We have to put the old man in the old man's house so he dies faster. Yes. So, but instead of utilizing the land for agriculture, they cut out everything and grazing for the cattle, right? Artificially bred cows and so on, pigs. So it nicely pollutes everything, the soil, the air. This is intelligence. This is their intelligence. Nonsense. Nonsense number one. And when we come, Hare Krishna, the people, they're crazy. I'm killing my child in the womb. I use the cow to make a nice poo, so everything is polluted. And then I kill the cow, so I have no milk. If you have a cow, you can derive milk. You can simply live on milk. This has been proven. You don't need anything else. No grain, no vegetables. If you have milk, you can survive. So theoretically speaking, if you have one cow, that's all. That's all you need. But if you kill the cow, you eat the meat, okay, very nice, very nutritious, but then you have nothing. Is it intelligence? This is not intelligence. This is foolishness. So these Vaishyas, they would produce so much food that they would have overproduction and they would distribute to the rest of the society. See, this is intelligence. These different propensities are our natural propensities. By material nature, we have a certain propensity. Not that everyone has time to study the Srimad Bhagavatam every day like Makanchur. That is not everyone's propensity. Some people, they will, what is this? I need to work something. Right? I need to do something. So do, very nicely. Go to the fields. Do something meaningful. Very nice. You grow food. And he'll be very happy. If someone is engaged in his propensity, he will work for free. Why? Because it is fulfilling. It is fulfilling his life. He's not doing it for the money. He feels happy by working. He will work for free. People think, people will not work for free. Because they're not trained how to work according to their propensity. That is why everyone is enslaved by money. So, pretty much, the Vaishya class produces for the whole society. Supply food and everything. And then the Shudras. Shudras, they have no intelligence, high intelligence for study, for managing, neither for growing food. So they assist, they're assistants. They give help like that. The Vaishya also needs some brain, how to manage the crop, how to take care of the cow, how to do some business. He must have some intelligence. But there are people who do not have this sort of intelligence. So they should be assisting. They should be engaged in assisting. They should work on the field and so on and so on. These are the Shudras. So this is a very nice system. And if people are divided into these different groups, then the organization of the world becomes very, very effective. Nowadays, those who are Shudras, they have no intelligence for nothing, they're posing as politicians. See, leaders, they're in the leadership. They have no respect for the cows, they have no respect for the Brahmanas. They send the cops, oh, go and get these Hare Krishnas, put them in jail. No intelligence. So no wonder the whole world is in chaos. Everyone knows this. Everyone is complaining, yes, this world is going to hell. Everyone is saying, we on the street with the books. Everyone says, yes, you're right, the whole world is going to hell. Thank you for being here, right? People telling us many times, thank you for being, you're doing a great job. People know. But why? They do not know. We know, because it's mismanaged. So, what is very important now to understand is that these groups, these castes, are not divided superficially based on birth, based on some diplomas and artificial things like this. Krishna says, Guna Karma Vibhagasa. They're divided by propensity and by work. So that has to be observed. The propensity can be known by the symptoms. Krishna explains what is the symptom of a Brahmana. Cleanliness, knowledge, truthfulness, austerity, yeah, tolerance. These are the qualifications of a Brahmana. So by the symptoms, not by birth. It is a very, it's a good potential to be born in a family of a Brahmana. Just like if you're born in a family of lawyers, then there's a good opportunity to learn the law. But it's not necessary that simply by being born in a family you become a lawyer. You still need to take training, and you also have to have the propensity. So this boy Shringi, he was born in the family of a Brahmin, and he had the propensity because coming from his father, who was also a Brahmin, and he also had the training, but he did not have the culture, you see. So because the culture was missing. What is that culture? Culture means humility. Humility is the topmost quality in all these different castes. Because he didn't have the humility, he thought, oh, I am a big Brahmin, I am very intelligent. And his Maharaj Parikshit is a nonsense, although he's a king. That is why the age of Kali infiltrated at this point, and this is where the deterioration of this caste system begins. In India, they know the caste system. It's a very horrible system where someone is recognized as a Brahmana or Kshatriya simply by birth. And there's a hate. Prabhupada used the word hate here. Hating the lower orders of life began from this Brahmin boy under the influence of Kali. You see? So, this hate, what is it hate? That's a nonsense. Why there should be